Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new vlog. As you can tell by the title, today's video is going to be a juicy one. We're going to be talking all things feminine hygiene, sex life, first times. We're just going to chat. Sometimes we might be uncomfortable asking our moms or our sisters, and so I'm here to be your sister, your mom, your aunt, whoever you guys need me to be. I am that person for you today. Do know that if you ask me a question over on Instagram, that names will not be mentioned. Everything will be anonymous. Also, I do want to quickly mention, these are more of like my kind of stories. Remember, I'm not a doctor. I am not a physician. So if you ask me something that's related to that, I'll most likely end it with, make sure you guys are checking with your physician, but I'll answer with like my scenario and check in with you guys. So let's begin. We've got our cups of coffee. You guys might want to get some coffee, get some snacks. There are going to be some adult content related information in this video. So if you have a little one, we'll be talking about some things. And mom and dad, Jimmy, my family, please, oh my gosh, please do not watch this video. Click out of this video immediately. Again, I'll give you a couple more seconds. Mom, dad, family, please click out of this video. All right, let's move forward. I love this. I just love this. First of all, thank you so much for trusting me with your questions and allowing me to answer them. I took screenshots of the questions that I wanted to answer today. We have quite a few to go through, so this might be a longer video. So question number one, do you give in to your cravings that time of the month? My sugar cravings are terrible. Yes, I do give in to those cravings because I try to do that, listen to your body. And if my body is telling me I need, a piece of chocolate, I'll try and I'll eat a piece of chocolate. However, what I try to do is pick the healthier option. So I'll have like a high percentage piece of dark chocolate. Do I have Reese's cups? Of course I do. Of course I do. Do I have a bag of chips? Yes, I do. I am that type that's in moderation, and that's what I believe. And just listen to your body. If your body's saying you need something salty, have a pickle, have a potato chip, have a handful of potato chips, Do what you gotta do to get through it, because that time of the month is intense. It is a struggle, so don't feel that guilt. I know sometimes we do, but please try not to feel the guilt. Tampons or pads? So we're gonna go into more detail about this. I actually use both. So I use tampons, and then I also use pads overnight. However, we'll go into that more, and I know you guys wanted to see what I use, so let me go grab that really quick. So these are the pads that I use. They're all opened, and I only have a few left, but they're the Always Ultra Thin Overnight. So they have the wings, which fold around your underwear so you don't have a leak. So I use these for my overnight, and then during the day I use tampons. These are the regular leak guard protection, and then I don't have my panty liners, and I use the Always panty liner. They're that light blue, super thin. I love those panty liners. They're really good. We have a couple of things that we're going to talk about. There's some menstrual cup questions. We'll get to that as well. And tampons or pads. I know that a lot of people are really embarrassed. I remember when I was in middle school and high school, I was absolutely embarrassed to use a pad. Please do not be embarrassed to use a pad. If pads are more comfortable for you, use a pad. Sometimes the flow is honestly too heavy, and a tampon just isn't going to do it. Little story, when I went to New York City with Larry and Peter and Tim, thank goodness for them and how sweet they are. I had such a terrible period while I was there that I was literally having to find a restroom constantly walking around New York City, which was not fun. And they put up with me, and they were so sweet. And guys, it was just really intense, and I could not use a tampon. I was fully relying on those pads, which are the ultra thin, which are still pretty thick. I probably could have gone with thicker because my periods are just not normal anymore, which again, we'll get into later in this video. Have you ever gotten a Brazilian? I want one so bad, but I am nervous. No, I have not, but I also want to try it. I've heard that Brazilian waxes are extremely painful the first time you get them, and then you're kind of used to it. But again, I don't know. It's just what I've overheard. But I also heard you're very smooth for quite a while. So if you've had a Brazilian wax, give us some advice in the comments down below. How do you get rid of body hair? So I shave, and I just use traditional razor, shaving cream, To be honest, I don't really use shaving cream. There's one shaving cream that I like, and it's by Harry's. The razor I also like is Harry's. You guys know I've worked with them in the past. And if I don't use the Harry's shaving cream, I will use a conditioner. That is the big secret. Hair conditioner. Don't put thickening hair conditioner down there, ladies, okay? Or gents. Gentlemen, if you're looking to shave down there, conditioner, I promise you won't be sorry. It's so like softening and more lubricating. I don't know, I love it. So give the hair conditioner a try. Who has a higher sex drive in your marriage? Curious to know because of an age gap. So actually Larry has the higher sex drive. A lot of you guys asked too if we have sex or if sex is an issue because of the age gap, and that is no. There is no issue with the sex because of the age gap. I know that couples can have issues, and that's okay, that's normal. But with Larry and I specifically, we do not have an issue because of the age gap relationship. What have you found most helpful for cramps? Oh guys, honestly, and I know this is not like the best, but my 100% honest answer is ibuprofen, which I'm pretty sure is a blood thinner. But Tylenol does not work for me, and Midol does not work for me. Like the only thing that does is ibuprofen, and I try to drink a ton of water, and I just rest. If I can't rest, like I have to walk around New York City, or I have to be somewhere, I have to do something. Oh, hold on. Let me show you guys something that I use. We have three things actually. Number one is a heated blanket. If you have time to lay down, a heated blanket. Sometimes curling up in a ball is helpful. Putting a pillow in between my legs is helpful. These are temporarily helpful. They are not going to cure the pain, but if you don't have a heating blanket or anything to put heat down there, these are the Thermacare heat wraps for menstrual pain therapy, up to 8 hours, soothing and long-lasting pain relief. It's odor-free, discreet, and stays in place. So if you're at the workplace, these are great to keep in your work drawer or in your handbag or in your purse or anywhere. Like, yeah, this is great. If you don't have time, you're at work, you cannot lay on the couch, get these. Give these a try. The other thing is essential oils. This one is for anxiety, depression, mood swings, aches and cramps, uplifting, stress relief, hormone balance, hot flashes, insomnia, and menopause. This was actually a gift from one of you guys. I am halfway through it. This is a godsend. There we go. So it's an essential oil blend. I take the little dropper, I take a few out, and I dab it all over my abdomen and rub it around. Sometimes, guys, my periods get really, really bad. My mom was actually here when it happened last time. It was like 3 months ago. It was so bad. I was rolling around in my bed uncontrollably, running back and forth to the bathroom. This is gonna be TMI, but that's what this video is. A lot of you guys were nervous to ask me questions, and you were like, TMI, but guys, I am TMI on a plate. So I'm just gonna give it to you how it is. When you have such intense cramps, when I get sick with them, I can't tell if I have to have a bowel movement or if it's cramps, and I constantly was getting up. Like every few minutes, I could not stay laying down. I was sweating, I was blacking out, I was near passing out. So I do understand cramps, and I do know that cramps can be absolutely excruciating, and a lot of you know that I am currently going through the fertility journey, so I've had tons of tests done on my ovaries and my reproductive systems. I don't have PCOS or anything. I just have really freaking intense cramps. So make sure that you guys are checking with your physicians and your OBGYNs if you guys are having missed periods. I know there was a lot of people asking me about missed periods and if I get them. For me, no. My periods have always been extremely regular to the point where I get them every 3 weeks, which is really unfortunate, but also fortunate at the same time because I am fortunate enough to have a period. So feel free as we're going along to answer along with me or put your advice down in the comments below. That way we can all chat about it, because everybody's body is different. You know, what works for me may not work for you. What symptoms I have, you might not have, or you might have more extreme symptoms than I have. So just kind of like share your story, give us tips down below. And yeah, I think that will be really helpful for a lot of people. This is kind of personal, but how do you get in the mood? I'm almost 36. I'm 36, and that is a struggle. Okay, a lot of you have told me that you have low libido. I had a lot of questions about this. Do I, want sex? Do I have sex? Like, how often do I have sex? And I have spoken on this before, and not much has changed. I have an extremely low sex drive, and I was constantly like, what's wrong with me? There's something wrong with me. Like, it's nothing against you, it's me. Like, I'm constantly, it's so frustrating. And I don't have a sex drive, and it's really unfortunate. But I also don't want to say it's unfortunate, because I know there's a lot of you that also have the same issue right now. And I just think talking to your doctor is the best way. And I think this is normal. Like, sometimes women just fluctuate with sex drives. I'm hoping if we get pregnant, I will be, you know, having a high sex drive. But right now, I don't. And lucky enough, my husband, Larry, is very sweet and very patient with me. And it has nothing to do with Larry. It has nothing to do with that. So I don't want anybody taking that the wrong way. It's just how I am. It's how I've been for a while. I mean, even a previous boyfriend, another question I had was, is the sex, with Larry's age, is he more patient with you with not wanting to have sex than a younger boyfriend? Yes. I had a boyfriend, again, I've been struggling with low sex drive for 4 years. I had a boyfriend that demanded that we had sex 3 times a week, at least. So I have had relationships like that and situations like that, which is unfair from the perspective of somebody who just like doesn't want to or can't. It's hard to explain if you've never been there, but I know that your partner wants you in that same way, and it's, you know, it can be unfair for them. So I think just being honest and talking it out is the best solution to that, because you've got one who does, one who might not, and you just have to talk about it. Come to a conclusion of what works best for you, but try not to put so much pressure on each other and yourselves. Although it's frustrating and I feel bad, I try to realize that this is my body, these are my hormones, and unfortunately, this is just what's going on with me. You guys have no idea how normal it is. Trust me, when I had the amount of DMs that I did about women who are 25, 30, 40 who have low libido, that's a huge age range of us who have low sex drives. I have talked to a doctor about it, and that doctor did kind of brush it off. It wasn't the right doctor to be talking to, because it was my general practitioner and not my OBGYN. And now I'm going to a fertility clinic, and so everything is just chaos and marbles, but chaos and marbles. I don't know what I'm saying. How is your period cycle doing since you were trying for a baby? Terrible. This is gonna be very visual. If you don't want a visual on my period, skip ahead a few seconds. I am now losing, every time I have a period, I used to lose a blood clot here and there that was about, you know, a quarter size. Guys, I'm losing blood clots now that are like this big. And then again, quarter size, but I'm losing them frequently, constantly, to the point when I was walking around New York City, I could feel myself passing one. My cramps are 10 times worse. I think it does have to do with, ever since I had that HSG procedure where they shoot dye into your ovaries and your uterus and they see how everything functions, plus probably the hormones that I was taking for our IUI journey, which is nowhere near the amount of hormones that, you know, I would possibly be taking if we decide to do IVF. My periods have not been the same. Let me know if you've gone through the fertility journey and if your periods have been different ever since starting your journey as well. Do you use any of those special feminine washes? I feel like they can be irritating. Yes, they can be irritating. No, I do not use them. Yes, I have used them. That's a delicate area. I mean, it's an open area. It's kind of like me with my face as well. I cannot put scent on my face. And you should treat your vagina like a beautiful flower and not rub scent all over her, okay? So let me show you guys. This is all I use on my hoo-ha, okay? This is it. This is the Dove Sensitive Skin Beauty Bar Moisturizing Cream, but it's unscented. They have two that look exactly the same. One is scented, one is not scented. And then I do a double wash because it is unscented, so I just wanna make sure I clean really well, and I do shower daily. I did have a few questions if I ever have a foul odor down there. I do not, but I'm also making sure that I shower daily, and in the summertime in Florida, twice a day, guys. However, I do know that sometimes having an odor down there can mean you have some sort of an infection, or you just might need some extra care down there. So if you have an odor that is not going away, talk to your OBGYN. But yeah, give this a try. I'm a guy, but would like to know what kind of words girls like to hear when they're on their period. You're so sweet. And when they're angry, I think you put angry etc. Just Larry saying, is there anything I can do for you? Like, is there anything that I can get you? Do you need a refresh on your water? Is the sweetest thing. Like, do you want your heated blanket? Do you want me to put on a movie for you? Just those simple, sweet things that show that you care that's perfect. I think that that's the best thing to do. And that is so sweet of you that you asked for your girlfriend and your significant other. I just think that is the cutest thing. So you are probably the best boyfriend ever. So thank you for asking that. What are your thoughts on male partners shaving their private parts? Is it too much to ask? I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that if you're drawn to a bare area, don't be embarrassed to ask. Don't be ashamed to ask. Don't be afraid you're gonna offend them. Just be like, hey babe, what do you think about shaving that area? You know, like ask in a cute way, you know, just be like, let's explore it together. Be sweet about it. Do you get moody before your period, then have guilt? Yes, yes. I briefly talked about this in a vlog that you're gonna see. I recently uploaded a YouTube video kind of talking to you guys about things that were bothering me, comments that were upsetting me, blah, blah, blah. Guys, I was PMSing when I uploaded that video. I was PMSing as I filmed the video, and now I have that regret of I almost wish I wouldn't have filmed it, but at the same time, I'm like borderline, it was something that was important and on my mind. Sometimes I catch myself crying, getting more irritated at things than I normally should, and I'm like, how long ago was my last period? And then I figure out I am freaking PMSing. When I am feeling extra moody, I try to take caution. I have learned over the years to treat myself nicely during that time and to notice the symptoms while they're happening, before they're coming, before they're happening. And then I'm like, oh, okay, well, this is why I feel the way I feel. And then I go from there. Do you use anything for body acne? And if so, what works? So I did go to a dermatologist a while back because you guys know I suffer with like hormonal acne on my face or blackheads on my cheeks, and it's something else. But my dermatologist did recommend this for body acne. This is the Pinoxyl Acne Cream Wash Benzoyl Peroxide for 4% daily control. It clears existing acne blemishes and helps prevent new blemishes from forming. Formulated to be gentle on skin, it contains benzoyl peroxide and an antibacterial agent. It's for your face, chest, and back. So this is what the product looks like. As you can see, I have used quite a bit of it. And this I only use on my chest, like if I'm getting acne here. It is too harsh, unfortunately, for my face. I have tried it on my face like once a week. No, my face does not like it. However, I have extremely sensitive skin. So sometimes over-the-counter things just aren't going to work for your acne. That is a hard lesson that I had to learn because I still have acne. And the only thing that cleared my acne was going on spironolactone. Or being on birth control. Those were the two things that were internal that 100% cleared my acne. A lot of you asked if I was on birth control or if I am on birth control. I am not on birth control. I will be for a portion of the fertility journey. I don't know much about it, but I do know that I will be taking birth control for a certain amount of time when I am starting my hormone medication for fertility. The other thing that I use, which you guys asked me what my acne skincare routine is, this is what works for my face. So this is what I use in the mornings. This is the Murad Acne Control Clarifying Cream Cleanser for normal to dry skin with 0.5 salicylic acid. Now there is one that it looks exactly the same, but it's 1.5 salicylic acid. Cannot use it on my face. If you purchase this, if you have extremely sensitive skin, this is geared, I think, more towards adult acne. And then I also love this moisturizer. This is the Ultra Repair Oil Control Moisturizer by First Aid Beauty. This is what I use for spot treatment, Murad Acne Control Rapid Relief Acne Treatment 2.0 salicylic acid. My doctor gave me this. This is a clindamycin gel. This is a topical for my acne. And then I do not use all of these at once. So guys, don't be like, that's why you're breaking out. You're using a ton of products on my face. I do not use them all the time. I do not use them all at once. I noticed that stripping back my skincare was helpful. This is the Paula's Choice C15 Super Serum Vitamin C with vitamin E, ferulic acid. Oh, shaving bikini area. I always get razor burn. Help. Here is the biggest tip that I have found that helps in the razor burn because I get it too. So what I found is shave not against the grain, but shave with the grain. So your pubic area, for example, instead of shaving up like this, flip your razor around and shave down like this. Here's the pros and cons with that. The pros, you're not gonna get razor bumps, which is great. The con is you're gonna have to shave more frequently, which sucks. I'd love to hear your thoughts and tips with body positivity. Okay, so I think this is something that all of us struggle with. I mean, I would love to say that I'm fully confident. I don't care what people think. I love, you know, my body, but it's, yeah, I think we're all our own worst critics. You know, I have cellulite and I'm like, ooh, I don't want to wear shorts because I have cellulite. And I'm like, but why? Like, why am I doing to that self? And I think doing that to myself, and I think body positivity comes with practice. I also think that we just go through waves with it. Stretch marks are normal. We've earned those stretch marks. You know, acne, it's normal. It happens. Bodies are not perfect. The bodies that you see in magazines are most likely not perfect. Women have fat on them. Men have fat on them. We all have fat. We all have wrinkles. We all have cellulite. Most of us do. Some of us are blessed with no cellulite. I've seen that. My thoughts on body positivity is it is something that I think I have to work at. I know that I work at it every day. So just know that you're not alone in your insecurities. Like if you have bloating, I have bloating. And this is my bloating. So it looks like I could be like, you know, a little bit pregnant. I used to be all like, but I'm not anymore. So we have to be kinder to ourselves because your thoughts, toxic thoughts can rule you, they can ruin you, they can destroy you. Just know that you're beautiful. I think you're beautiful. I think I'm beautiful. No matter my flaws, how I look, how much weight I've gained, I just have to know that my body gets me through each day and I need to thank God for my skin, my body, and take care of it because we only get one. Okay, only if you feel comfortable sharing are you using a menstrual cup for comfort and less waste. Okay, please give me all your advice, tips on menstrual cups, where to buy them, how they work. I have no idea how menstrual cups work. I've never seen them. I've never used one. I have no idea. So leave me comments down below letting me know how they work, if you like them. Again, remember, I struggle with heavy periods. Is it gonna work? Is it just a cup that you insert? I don't know. How do you feel about using toys to spice up the bedroom? Go for it. I say go for it. I've used things. I've used little, you know, things, handcuffs, like, you know, there's things. I don't see anything wrong with it. I think that it's fun to explore and have that side of, you know, to spice things up. I say go for it. If you want to, try it. Don't be afraid to try it. We only live once, you know? So best way to prepare your vagina for sex. As somebody who has a lower sex drive and who has a drier down there, I do not know if this is okay. And so I used to buy lubricant, the unscented lubricant, and then I read somewhere to use coconut oil. And I don't know, I do not want to give this advice and tell you to use coconut oil. Please check with your physicians. They might be like, that is absolutely not okay. I do use coconut oil, and I have never had an issue. I have been using it for the last 3 years. I do not purchase KY anymore. We have our own jar of coconut, and it's solidified, so you just kind of like stick your finger in, dip out some, and apply. And I have not had an issue with any infections, with any irritations. I know some people have coconut irritation. Babe, are you in here? Yeah. Larry's here. You're entering in a danger zone of intense talk. Stretch marks make me feel less confident in the bedroom. What should I do? Embrace them. They're natural, they're huge. They're like we all have them. That's the best way I look at it. And then somebody else had asked me very similar to that. Here it is. How to have confidence with the lights on. Please keep anonymous. Okay, so I think this is a struggle. I used to struggle with this. Like anytime I had a new partner, I was like, lights gotta be off. It has to be pitch black. Don't look at me. We'll just find each other in the dark until we find each other. I think we're all a little shy. I mean, when you're naked in front of somebody, you're very vulnerable. You're like showing them parts of you that you normally don't share with people. So when you're with somebody for a while, it's something that you get used to. I don't think I've ever been confident and just stripped off my clothes and been like, Bam. Our bodies are beautiful anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have what we have and embrace them. I know, easier said than done. Larry just came inside from weeding.
Not done yet, almost. Stretch marks are basically a reminder that the love of your life created another love of your life, meaning your husband and your little one, and I think you should be proud of them.
Yes. When you have a baby, yes, absolutely. I have stretch marks and I haven't had a baby. I have them on my waist a little bit. I have them on my inner thighs. See, that's a man's perspective. Most men probably see that as, you know, we're beautiful. I think we are more intimidated and we're more nervous than your partner is. They're gonna see you and think you are beautiful. I just think we're all in our own heads. Okay, so this question, I don't know how much Larry is gonna wanna hear of this question, but the question was, how do you prepare for your first time and how was your first time? So, you wanna hear that, babe?
Yes, please.
Okay, so how to prepare for your first time. Ask questions if you have questions. Use protection. You know, prepare yourself with protection, always, whether that's birth control, condoms, whatever it is, prepare yourself. There's YouTube videos that you can watch and search. I never had really the sex talk with my parents. I think talking about it is helpful. That's why I'm here to talk to you guys about it. My experience, so I was not on birth control and there was an oops. So, and it was intense and in the moment, and then it was full meltdown, regret, oh my gosh, I panicked, I cried. I don't want that to happen to any of you if you guys haven't. So just make sure that you are fully prepared. If you have somebody to go to and ask questions with, please do. And also, don't be pressured into having sex if you are not ready. Say no. Absolutely say no. Don't let somebody ever pressure you into it and being like, oh, we've been dating for, 3 months, we should, or 5 months, or a year, and we should. If you're not comfortable, do not do it. I know, again, so easier said than done when you're younger, but say no. You're allowed to say no. It's your body.
Don't be pressured by guys. Ever. I know. I almost did. Ever. Don't let them do it. Take your most favorite thing. Picture your most favorite thing in the world. Whether it's a material thing, whatever it is. And ask yourself, would you let a guy come in and destroy that or ruin it or take it away from you? And if the answer is no, then that guy has no business touching you, because you are the most important thing and the most precious thing in the world.
Can I just say, you would be such a wonderful girl dad. You give the best advice. So yeah, Larry's been gardening, by the way, so if you're wondering what the heck is happening with Larry and why, yeah. But yeah, that's good advice, babe. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna end that here. I hope you enjoyed. If you guys have any more questions or want me to continue doing videos like this, please let me know in the comments below. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys again very soon.